as we all know, around March 18th or 19th, the schools were closed. And the first phase of lockdown started on March 24th. So initially, the lockdown was for the period of 2 weeks. So we thought that okay, after 2 weeks, Corona will be over and we'll come back to normal, and the schools were closed. But it didn't. It didn't happen. Then again, it was extended for another 2 weeks. Then we were getting a feeling that okay, this is going to go for some time, and along with the health sector, one major sector which is going to get affected is education sector, because the schools are where the children come in like bulk, so that it's very difficult to run a school, especially during a pandemic. Then we took the help of, initially we started our phase of digital education or online education in the month of May first week. We started with Doordarshan and All India Radio. We sought their support. Then we set up a temporary studio in our Directorate of School Education, Kohima, Nagaland. We set up a temporary studio and with some professional camera videographers and all. Then we selected some volunteer teachers and from both private and government schools. Then we started our classes for class 8 to 12 and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then we even started the online evaluation concept also. Means whatever lessons we are giving through the Facebook, YouTube, and Doordarshan, the children should have kind of evaluation, like evaluating themselves, not like for any academic purpose or marking them. But if I study something, I should know to what extent I have studied that topic. So we started an online evaluation also, which can be run even with the 2G network, because the network is the main challenge in a place like Nagaland, especially in the northeast, in the hilly regions. We have a huge challenge of networks, and then we started feeling the pinch. So of course, when we started it, there was like a lot of complaints and a lot of speculations that how can you connect to the children, because there is a lack of connectivity, there is lack of accessibility for all the children in Nagaland, and maybe some districts have better facilities, but some districts are very backward. How will you ensure the equity among all the districts? So those kind of challenges we had. And as I said you earlier, like we were just going step by step. Like we started with our Doordarshan, the TV radio. We just went to the online platforms. Then we went to the pen drives. Then we went to the digitization of the teachers. Like if at least they will be able to help the students in the field, and we will be able to monitor them. As I said you earlier, our weaknesses will only get exposed when we have an emergency. Till then, we have our weaknesses, but it won't be exposed. So the very bad lessons were how weak we were as a developing state. We could identify. I cannot say Nagaland is a very developed state. It is not. So how far we are lacking in the development and connectivity in Nagaland, we were totally exposed this time. And otherwise, we don't feel the importance. Sometimes even the power goes off for 3 4 days, the people won't mind because they are used to it. Okay, chalta hai kind of an attitude. But now we were exposed and to our weakness. So that was a very bad lesson, and we are still recovering from that lesson. That is not completely recovered. And the good lessons is that uh, as you said earlier, the change. Okay, the change is needed in every society. So the kind of development we see in other many countries or many states in India, it doesn't happen over just one day. Like it happens through a lot of hard work put in by a lot of professionals and what is it, volunteers. They have to come together, work together, and put a lot of hard work. Then only you can go towards a path of development. So even not like 100% development, I could see, especially in the field of education, that people are coming forward, especially some of my officers are coming forward and putting a lot of hard work so that the students are helped, because this kind of a situation was very unprecedented for the entire world. Maybe after 100 years we are facing a pandemic again after Spanish flu. But that time there was no mobile phone, no laptop, so people didn't feel it. Okay, it was just the same for them, they were just wearing the mask. But this time, the need for connectivity, the need for alternative method of education was felt, and uh, the good lesson was that if we work together and if we have a same goal, we can achieve it if we try really hard. That is a good lesson. And of course, the bad lesson is exposure to our weakness. See, as I said, we the 2 3 online platforms, I can say. One is the app, and one we developed a portal for our department, the DOSCNL.in, that is
Mm.
Department of School Education Nagaland.in, where the choice was given that the schools can register and they can submit their daily report for the schools. That is still happening. The schools will report daily to us through that platform, and the teachers can also teachers, like we started an online teacher transfer portal so that the teachers
Okay.
can go there and apply online for the transfers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it reduces the political interference in the teacher transfers. And even one recently we started a donated device, like for the poor children. If I'm using like 2 3 mobile phones, and maybe one phone is not necessary, many people will have that one extra smartphone with us. So if someone want to volunteer to contribute it to the poor children, then we start a process like donated device through that portal. They can go there and register their phones and all, and we'll get it collected from whichever district they are in Nagaland. So that also we started. So these kind of things that it can just keep going on. Like, even if Corona ends maybe tomorrow or next month or after a few months, this can just go on, and this can be a part of the normal school education. So we intend to do that.